Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Rush, and I'm an independent creative memories advisor located in North Carolina. This week, I'm bringing to you guys the long-promised video where I will be comparing and contrasting the custom cutting system with our brand new circle cutter. I'm going to go through some basic comparisons, what one tool does better than the other, what one tool is lacking, just sort of a general, like, if you can only choose one, which one should you choose kind of thing. All right, so right off the bat, I think it should be fairly obvious. Size is a pretty big issue here. So with the circle cutter, all you need is this little contraption. It's very lightweight, and then you also need a one of our cutting mats, which is here. So we currently have like a 13 by 13 cutting mat. Our custom cutting system also needs the cutting mat, and then in addition it needs several different size circle templates as well as 3 different blades to do all the cutting. Currently we have a red blade, a blue blade, and a green blade. So clearly the equipment required for the custom cutting system is much larger, bulkier. There are several pieces, whereas the circle cutter is fairly self-contained. The blade, there's only one, and it's housed inside of the unit, so you don't have to worry about it getting lost. Here you have to keep up with several different blades. But let's talk about the number of circles. So each circle pattern with the custom cutting system can make 6 different circles because there's a cutting track on the inside, and you can use the cutting track with each of the 3 blades. And then of course there's a cutting track on the outside, so then you use 3 blades there too. So that is 3 separate blades. For a total of 6 separate circles per template. So with the basic circles, you get 3 templates. So that's 6 times 3 is 18. And then you can add on the jumbo circle to get another 6. So that's 24 different circles that you can get using the custom cutting system. Now with the circle cutter, I didn't even sort of go into the amount of circles because it's pseudo infinite. But if you start at the smallest, which is around 3 inches, and you go up to 12 or 11 and 3/4, and I just counted each hash mark on the ruler here. The white ruler is where we get our cutting guides from. There are 46 hash marks from the beginning to the last. So that doesn't even count in between if you were to line your indicator up between the 2 hash marks. But 46 different circles as opposed to the 24. And again, like I said, that doesn't take into account anything in between. So I love the flexibility you get with our circle cutter, with the amount of circles you can create versus only getting the 24 you get with these 4 circle templates. So what are some bonuses that you get from the circle cutter that you don't get from the custom cutting system? One of the biggest things is the drawing. So remember last week I showed you guys if you put one of our fine tip pins into this side of the circle cutter, you can actually use it to draw circles around your paper instead of cutting. So that was really nifty. I mean, obviously you could trace some of our templates here, but again, you're only going to get 24, not even 24. You'll get so 2 sizes, so you'll get 8 different size circles if you're tracing the inside or the outside. So I love the versatility of the drawing and the number of circles that you can draw. On the other hand, the custom cutting system doesn't just make circles. Now I'm kind of doing a circle comparison here so that it'll be easier to compare. But you can also buy ovals for the custom cutting system. You can buy gemstone patterns. You can buy rectangle patterns. And we have featured other unique jumbo patterns like hexagons in the past as well. So that is something that custom cutting system has going for it that the circle cutter clearly is lacking. You're not going to be able to make this draw a hexagon. One thing I also like about the custom cutting system are our sizing templates. So it's this clear plastic sheet that you get in your packaging, and then it has black lines to show where the template lays, and then red, blue, and green lines to show you exactly where your circle is going to cut. I love being able to visualize that so that I know where to put the template on my page. That was something I sort of ran into, I think, in the drawing video with the circle cutter, is that I ran off the page. It ended up looking fine, but I would like to have a more accurate way of visualizing where my circles are going on the paper, and we haven't quite worked that out yet with our circle cutter. Now, I sort of talked about this when I was introducing the custom cutting system versus the circle cutter. But I love that there's not a whole lot of extra pieces with our circle cutter, and that the blade is completely contained in the unit. You're not gonna lose your pieces, they're not gonna go missing, whereas it's not uncommon for like your green blade to disappear for like a month or two until you find it, or your red or your blue. Or if you heavily use one blade over the other, the replacement cost. So each of these blades are $7.50, whereas the replacement blade for the circle cutter is only $6. So I love that the replacement value is there. Now, granted, this has not been around very long, so I don't know how well the unit as a whole holds up. Whereas our custom cutting system, these circle templates, the ovals, the whatever, you buy those once and man, they will last you forever. I think my mom bought them when they first came out in the 90s, and she still has her original templates. So that's really nice. The only thing she's ever replaced are her blades. So we'll see if this has the same staying power as the custom cutting system, but I appreciate the quality of the custom cutting system. So now that I've, brought up money, it's like, the one rule you're never supposed to discuss among friends. Let's just dive right in. So I mentioned that both systems require the mat. So that's kind of a moot point. Your mat is $15 US. The custom or the circle cutter is $26.50. Plus the mat makes it $41.50 total. Of course, that comes with a blade inside. So we're looking at $41.50 to make at least 46 different circles. Now with the custom cutting system, each blade is $7.50, so that's $22.50. And then you can buy the circle templates, these 3 smaller ones, for like $16. And then if you want to add the jumbo, that's another $16, so we're up to $32. Plus the mat is $15, so you're looking at $69.50 to get just the circles, the mat, and the blades. And then for every pattern you want to add after that, so the gemstones, the rectangles, the ovals, those are also another $16. So I like the price point of the circle cutter so much better, especially for the amount of circles you get. Now, but then you add that into the custom cutting system, being able to do multiple types of shapes. Yeah, I don't know, like which one is better? So those are my main comparisons between the two. I think the custom cutting system really has going for it that it can do all of those different shapes. And then the circle cutter has the flexibility of doing the different sizes as well as the drawing. So if it was up to you and you could only pick one, which one would you choose? As for me, I think I would choose the circle cutter. I just love how light it is. I love how easy it is to pack. It doesn't take up a lot of space. It's not going to get lost with all the little pieces. I don't use the ovals as much as circles, and I don't use the other patterns as much. So if I were just, comparing apples to apples, so circles to circles, the circle cutter is what's going to do it for me. How about you guys? Do you have both? Have you tried both? I'd love to hear in the comment section which one you guys think is a better value or is worth taking up space in your crop bag. That's it for me this week. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe and give me some comments and some suggestions in the comment section so I know what you guys are looking for. And if you never want to miss a video, make sure you guys hit that bell as well. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye!